Okay, well, I clicked that button, so it should be on now. And for those of you watching the video after the stream, because chances are there's nobody in the room right now. I don't see how that could be possible. But I'm looking for people to tell me where to ride next because the weather's been so up and down. I know about a few places that are. Hey, Josh, welcome to the stream, man. That was fast. So I'm looking for some places to ride this weekend that support wet weather riding. Yeah, outside is an idea, but I don't want to disturb the clay. So there's hardpack aggregate surface at two places that I've been to, and I'm looking at the trail status, and in Waterloo, Hydrocut is shut down, but it was open last weekend. So they care a lot about their trails. They don't really want to blow all their budget on it. I went to that BMX place. I don't really have a velodrome. I haven't really looked. I guess I could check that out. Those seem kind of sketchy though. Like, what do you do there? You bring a road bike, I imagine, and then go around in an oval. Well, there's this place whose name I can't pronounce really. It's like Puslinch Tract or Puslinch Tract. Twin Ponds is what the other name for it. But they're saying that it supports riding year round, even when it's rather wet and rainy in other areas. By the way, I got this new drone, and I went to go outside and fly it. I found out that there's an airport like just up the road from my house, so I can't fly it here. The software even tells me so. I called up and I got permission from the airport to do flights, but I can't override the drone. So instead, tomorrow morning I'm going down to see about getting actual plane flying lessons so that I can get a recreational pilot's license, which is something I've wanted to do for a while. I mean, the guy told me about it, and it's 4 minutes up the road, so there's really no excuse to not go and put in some hours. Be pretty cool to be able to have a pilot's license so that when the new regulations come in for drones, then I'd be able to fly anywhere. I have the 2017 Giant Trans 2. I've swapped out a lot of parts on it to make it a bit more like the Rain, but it's still got the same suspension. Nice. I can see on the map, like most places in Ontario are not blocked, so all of the places that I've been riding, I can fly the drone there, I can record. None of it is in a national park. I've done a bike check on my bike. I haven't really done a review on it necessarily because the only thing that I could compare it to is this piece of crap bike that I had before I got the Giant Trans. Basically Canadian Tire bike versus mid-range full suspension. I could totally do something like that if you guys want. That would be easy to do when the trails aren't rideable. Yeah, now I'm just trying to think like what other ideas do you guys, what would you want to see me do? I have some ideas for fun videos. Yeah, where are you at, Jeff Baker? I think we've talked about meeting up for a ride before, anyways. I'd love to ride a Giant Anthem, especially the 2018 one. Does it have any geometry difference from the previous years? You know, I can try to do a hangout, a Google Hangout, and then you guys can join in on the stream. That'd be cool, huh? There you go. There's that. This might be a little tricky for a second, but we'll figure it out. There we go. How's that? So, if you guys use that link there, you can call, and then you'll be on the stream. Ta-da! Jeff Baker, click the link. Hmm. Somebody's already spying on you, I guess, so you can't make use of your own devices. That would be scary. That's how you find that out. Four people watching and nobody else will click the link. So, I guess nobody really wants to, like, chime in. Nobody wants attention. It's understandable. Yo, Justin. I don't know what the latency's like on the YouTube chat either. That's mostly why the Google Hangout is an option. Click it. Click it, Justin. See if you can make your mic and camera work. Apparently somebody's already spying on Jeff, so he can't use his own webcam. Biker was here. He loves clicking links and joining calls and doing things. Come on, Robert. Man. Well, let's see what else I can put up. I can put up the trail forks. Maybe. No, not really. Nice. I broke it. Now mine doesn't work either. Damn it. Let's redo it. That worked. Okay, now. So this is where I'm wanting to go. And it's, where is this? It's in a place called Puslinch, which is near, let's look at the regular map. Chicopee, Cambridge. Pretty sure Stratford is closer to me. Brian is a pretty wicked rider. I think those clips are one of his magic keys there, along with his fearlessness and confidence, which you need in order to ride those clips, right? Personally, I'm not sure that my muscles could really keep up with my aspirations if I were to try to go clipless. It would just not be great. I tried actually to get a pair of SPD shoes, but it didn't go well. Nice. Where's the pines? Woodstock, eh? It's a good 2-hour drive. We don't have many hours of daylight today. Oh, nice. Which 510s did you get? Thinking I'm gonna have to get up pretty early to go anywhere. Yeah, I have 510 flats, the Freerider Pros, I believe it is. They're really, really stiff. They're great for riding when you're hiking around or just, you know, on the trail on your feet. They're pretty good. But when you start to walk on the road or the sidewalk is when they really, really show their stiffness and that they're not meant for walking around. I mean, it's fine if you know, want to go from the trail to your car, but if you want to do like a long walk to a store, yeah. Very clicky walking around my house and those things. Scares the shit out of my cat. There's lots of things to ride in the area that the Pines is. It's a bit further than Hydrocut. Jeff, did you ever go there to Hydrocut or the Gorba trails in Guelph? It looks on here like there's two trail systems in Waterloo, but I don't know what the second one on here is. I did go to their BMX jump park, if you've ever been there. It's called Mount Trashmore by the local kids. So it's just like flat trails people made. Hydrocut, it's hard to compete, man. They put in so much work there. Have you been there in the last little while? Like in the last month or so? Because I haven't been there in that long, but they were doing work on building new tracks since then. They had just finished one the last time I went called Godzilla. Don't know if they've done anything since then, but if they did, then I would be tempted to go back to check it out. Yeah, so you went to Hydrocut before I did then, because I'd have to check my videos to see the date, but pretty sure it was a month ago that I went there. October 3rd. Yeah. Yeah, basically 2 months ago for me too. That's so sad. I don't like that. You too, Jeff. Have a good one. I'll look up Wildwood and the Pines. See, I like it when trails have their status on their website, but these guys don't seem to have it just up top where you can find it. Okay, I'll try to figure that one out again. It says copy link to share. Paste here. Send it. Try that one. Does it work? Man, so it looks like no matter how good of internet you have or what you set your encoder settings to, there will always be at least 5 seconds. Gives you an error. What? Everybody's getting errors from my Hangout. Probably because I'm using OBS. Somehow. Just disable that. Well, what if one of you starts up a Hangout and I'll click the link? Oh wait, I don't know if you can paste links. That's the thing. There you go, trail features. Now you're a moderator and you can paste all the links you want because I trust you like that. Yeah, so I guess if they don't have their trails closed on here, then they're open, right? I should probably message them. Hey, Bobo. So, Bobo, I'm trying to get somebody to make a Google Hangout and then add it into this chat so I can click the link and put them on the stream. And you're welcome to be a guest on my stream. Be awesome. I'm just right now looking at places on the trail forks, as it were, to ride because everything is so washed out. Sometimes they mention on here whether it's, you know, a good place to ride in wet weather, or I can just go to their cycling club website and see if it's open for the good ones. Too many of these, though, do not have any sort of status whatsoever, and I wish that they did. Also, Bobo, I got this new drone here. It's that fancy 4K kind. It was pretty cheap, just about $500. But my whole town is essentially a no-fly zone because of the airport up the street, which I didn't realize was there until I got the drone. And the upside of this is that I called the airport and I got permission to fly my drone, so I can. But I'm also going to go tomorrow morning and see about taking flight lessons to learn to fly a plane. So that's going to be something I hopefully vlog. I know it's biking with Panda, but if I can fly a plane, then I can get to some pretty remote areas to do biking that nobody else could, right? So flying within Canada is pretty expensive, but if you're doing it yourself on that ultralight hop fest from port to port and like camping out in different areas, well, that makes it a lot more affordable. The new drone regulations that are coming out, they basically require having a beginner's pilot license anyway. So once I have that, when they fall down, I'll be good to go. I'll be keeping my flight logs, hours marked, get the plane insurance that's required, because they're going to require $100,000 minimum liability for aircraft if you're just operating a little drone like this. And that's kind of ridiculous to me, but at the same time it makes sense because most people operating drones who end up getting into situations, like the situation is pretty crazy. Alright, let's see how this works. An error. It ended because of an error. Every time. Huh. Well, that sucks. So that answers that question. I think it's something about OBS capturing my video card. I could try to remove it. Well, can't make it close the webcam. The light won't go off. So, I don't know about that. Privacy settings. Your privacy settings or mine? I've joined Alexander's Google Hangouts, and that worked. I've never shared my own though. So you think it's mine? Google Hangout settings. Oh man, doesn't really say. There's no privacy stuff here. Bobo, you should do a live stream, and then we will turn that into a biker live stream. I don't think we ever got that tour of your new house anyways. Should do a tour of my place sometime. It'd be like MTV Cribs. Check this out. Ta-da! 3 monitors. One of them's curved. Oh. And that little ambilight thing behind my monitor, it looks at the colors of what's on screen and projects the edges of my monitor onto the wall behind it. So it turns into like a sort of dream-like, hazy cloud of video. Well, the third monitor isn't so much a programmer setup as it is just an extension to it. The 2 monitors certainly is. The third on the top, that's for entertainment while I'm programming. I guess that's also a part of it though. I think I'm going to sign off now, though, before this does turn into one of those 3-hour-long tours with the SS Minnow, the Captain, Gilligan, and all the others. But, yeah, I guess I'll do my usual sign-off then and get OBS here, Hall of Mirrors, so I can just stop it once I'm ready. So until next time, everybody, you know what to do, right? Go ride.